Oh my god, what a month. I think it's been about a month since I've really talked to you guys. I posted a little update last week talking about we were doing all sorts of stuff, mostly moving and settling in and unpacking and getting everything situated. Well, for the most part, everything is situated now, which is why I'm here. I guess we're just kind of gonna like jump on into, I guess, a little bit of everything. So first up, this is my little bit of a craft room setup for now. It's very crude and rude, and I'm not super into it. And I'm doing a lot of stuff on the floor. Like, even my computer is on the floor. I am sitting on the floor currently, and it's going to be this way until we get the attic situation figured out. The only thing I can really talk about in terms of cosplay that's gotten done is I did finish up, for whatever reason, I was possessed to make a Mikote cosplay from Final Fantasy XIV, and I still think that I'm not saying that right. I'm new to Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy XIV especially. I just started playing about a month ago with some friends, and I haven't really played since we've moved here, actually. When I made my little character, I had to go with the cutest option, which is a fucking cat girl, and she is the most adorable thing on the planet, and I love her so much, like, dearly, deeply, heavenly, godly in love with this little tiny digital girl. And when I first saw the starter outfits, I was like, yep, that's it. I want to make that. I want that. I want that on my body. And so I did. I spent about 4 days on and off working on it while packing up our old apartment, and I finished it up, and it was super cute. I'll put some photos in here somewhere because I don't really feel like putting it on right now to take some video. Let me grab it out of my closet and I can show you guys what all it is and what I did and yada 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 and all that good stuff that you're here for. So I made virtually everything in this costume except for one piece, which is the undershirt, and I decided that I was just gonna find a little like bandeau tube top swimsuit top to go underneath just to save myself like an hour of work. Everything else though I did make by myself. I'm actually really in love with, it's got hair covered all over it right now because this was sewed with my faux fur, but this little red pleated skirt that I made for this costume, which really needs to be ironed, but you get the general sort of idea. Large box pleats and a thick waistband, and it's just super cute and adorable. It closes in the back with a zipper and a hook and eye up the top, and in between the top of the zipper and this hook and eye goes my little tail. I also had to make some socks, which were super simple, basically just pleather tubes, and I sewed this guy on top and cut out a diamond shape. You're gonna notice throughout this whole thing that there are some little details missing, like for example on the socks there's a large closure up here. I'm actually doing a skill swap with my friend Yazbe, who actually 3D modeled all of these Zora Magdaro scales for me, so that's really cool. Very excited about that. She's 3D printing all of the little details for her, and in exchange I'm making her an Elise helmet, which will come later in the video. I also used this same fabric to make the little army sleevey guys, which are super duper simple. They just kind of stay up because there's elastic in them. On those, typically like attached are these little armored pieces. This guy goes at the top, and I don't know where the little bottom part is. I'm actually thinking about whether or not I want to go ahead and sew or glue these directly to the arm things, or if I just want to keep them separate for now. I don't know. I'll probably decide that once I get the 3D printed stuff in my possession and see how the details are, if they're super robust or not. So this piece is like the little back harness thing. And this, as well as all of the armor pieces, are actually made with craft foam sewn inside. I had contemplated doing interfacing, which normally I would do, but because in-game these were obviously thicker than the other pieces, I felt like just putting a piece of 1mm craft foam would give me that bulk. I'm trying to think, oh yes, of course, there's the little leather skirt piece, which is right here. I'm actually thinking that I'm going to go ahead and redo this guy. He's not quite as long as I need him to be, and I do have extra materials. Actually, this and the top piece, I'm not really happy with the material choice that I went with anyway. Like, it just looks cheap and kind of lazy and not very good. So I might dig through my stash and see if I have any other thick vinyl that'll work better for this project. Aside from that, I also had to make a tail, which was super simple. I really just took a page out of Kamui Cosplay's book, and I made a little vinyl belt, and within the belt there is aluminum wire that goes into the tail, and it holds its shape up pretty well, and it's super cute, and it's pretty light. And this just goes under the waistband of my skirt, so that's pretty cool. I also have a headband. It's over there right now, and it does need a little bit of love. When we moved, everything got put into the cars or the U-Haul, and so heat kind of messed with some stuff, and that's one of the things that I do need to spend a little bit of extra time and love getting it up to where I want it to be again. So that's kind of that. But the past couple of days too, I know my mind is like jumping around everywhere, and I'm so sorry. But the past couple of days, I have been super into making this Elise helmet for Yaz, like I had talked about before, which is just like a super, I don't want to say simple piece, but like a super fun armor piece. There's model magic in the seams right now. I'm actually thinking about taking it up right here and filling that one with something else, because that's the only place that it's really coming apart or out of. But these look super cool, and this is once again just 10mm foam. I actually cut all of the pieces out individually and carved them into shape, and then adhered them onto some 1mm craft foam on the back, so that way they'll kind of like stay together better and everything. So, yeah, that's what's going on. These are some of the nicest, crispest lines that I've ever gotten with my Dremel, or really any sanding thing ever. Very, very nice. I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far. It's gonna look really cool when it's done. At least I hope. That's the goal anyway. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've done. Like I said, there really hasn't, we've just been so focused on getting everything packed and unpacked and settled and situated and handled, and I just really haven't had a whole lot of time to really work on costume stuff. I will admit, last 2 or 3 days, Justin and I did play a lot of Diablo, and a lot of my time did go into that, but sometimes you really just need a break from everything. And I genuinely haven't just vegged out and played video games for hours on end in a couple of years. So it felt really good to be able to do that. And in fact, that's going to segue into a couple of other things. After I finish up Morrigan, which like I said, hopefully will be done this week, I'm going to jump into Eileen the Crow. And then after that, I'm going to be building 2 different Crusader sets. I'm making myself, I guess you might call it the 4.5 tier for the Crusaders. It's like the level 45-ish gear from Diablo 3. I just really love the look of it. I think it looks so cool. Justin was making fun of me because when I got the helmet, it dropped off of Bilal, and I picked it up and I would put it on my character, and I was like, this is the ugliest thing I have ever put on my body in the existence of video game culture. And then 30 minutes later, I opened up my character and I was like, you know what? I really like this helmet. I want to make it. And so he's just fucking giving me a hard time. It's been a lot of fun. Did I mention that I'm going to Blizzcon this year? Because I am, and I'm very excited. It's going to be a really cool experience. I've never been, as probably everybody at this point knows, because I never shut up about it whenever it's brought up. Blizzcon has been an absolute dream to attend, and this is it. This is my chance. This is my opportunity. This is my year to go. I got so incredibly lucky, and knew some people who were wanting to get rid of some tickets, and I have tickets now. It's really cool. So yeah, we're trying to figure all of that out, and I'm gonna be making that set for BlizzCon, and then Justin also wants to be a Crusader with me because Crusaders are badass, and he wants to do the Crusader set. When you make a Crusader on Diablo, the set that it shows you but doesn't actually give you, you know what I mean? Yeah, I guess look forward to all of that. I'm really excited to get to work on some really fun projects and finish up Morrigan and get all my Patreon stuff done and figure out and situated. So yeah, that's really all of it. I will talk to you guys next week. I'm going to get back into the swing of everything. Maybe next week I might even have a Zora Magdaros time-lapse video. I need to do a voiceover and some other stuff for that, but that should be good to go soon. But I love you all, and you are great and magnificent, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next week. If I don't see you next week, maybe I'll see you at a convention, like Empire Game Expo.